Most people believe that changing your mental state requires drastic actions, but science tells a different story. Small, consistent actions can have a profound effect on your brain and emotional health. In his best-selling book Atomic Habits, James Clear writes, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. It's not the one-off big changes, but the small daily habits, repeated again and again, that determine how you feel and think." A 2009 study published in European Journal of Social Psychology found that it takes, on average, 66 days to form a new habit. And once embedded, these habits become almost automatic, shaping your emotional responses without conscious effort. Today, we'll explore 5 tiny science-backed habits, each taking less than 2 minutes, that can improve your mood, reduce stress, and strengthen your resilience. They're simple, free, and you can start them right after watching this video. Habit 1. The 90-second breath reset. When your heart races and your mind spirals, you're experiencing your body's fight-or-flight response. In these moments, deep breathing isn't just relaxing, it's a way to reset your nervous system. Neuroscientist Dr. G.O.A.T. Taylor discovered that an uninterrupted emotional response triggered by stress chemicals lasts about 90 seconds unless we keep re-triggering it with our thoughts. That's where intentional breathing comes in. How to do it? Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds, hold for 2 seconds. Repeat this cycle 3 times, about 90 seconds total. Harvard Medical School research shows that deep, slow breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, which lowers heart rate, reduces cortisol, and shifts the body into rest and digest mode. You can do this anywhere, in your car, at your desk, or before a difficult conversation. Over time, your brain learns to associate this breathing pattern with calm, making it easier to regulate your emotions on demand. Habit 2. The Gratitude Snapshot. Gratitude has been romanticized into Instagram quotes, but its effects are measurable and powerful. Dr. Robert Emmons, the world's leading scientific expert on gratitude, found in multiple studies that writing down just one thing you're grateful for daily can increase long-term happiness by 25% and lower symptoms of depression. The trick is not in the length of the list, but in the depth of the focus. A gratitude snapshot means pausing for 15 seconds to visualize the thing you're thankful for. The smell of morning coffee, the sound of a friend's laugh, the warmth of sunlight on your face. Functional MRI scans show that gratitude activates the brain's reward pathways, including the hypothalamus and ventral tegmental area, releasing dopamine, the same feel-good chemical triggered by pleasurable activities. Habit 3. Name it to tame it. When you're overwhelmed, your emotions feel like a storm you can't control. But UCLA research, led by Dr. Matthew Lieberman, found that labeling your feelings in simple words, "I feel anxious," "I feel sad," significantly reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center. Why? Because putting feelings into words shifts brain activity from the limbic system, emotional reaction, to the prefrontal cortex, rational thinking. In other words, you stop drowning in the emotion and start observing it. You can do this silently, write it in a journal, or say it aloud. Over time, this builds what psychologist Dr. Susan David calls emotional agility, the ability to face your feelings without being consumed by them. As Viktor Frankl wrote in Man's Search for Meaning, between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Habit 4. Micro-movement breaks. The human brain wasn't designed for 8 hours of sitting. Physical stillness impacts your mental state more than most people realize. A 2018 study published in The Lancet Psychiatry found that people who engaged in even small amounts of physical activity, as little as 10 minutes a day, had 43% fewer days of poor mental health compared to those who were inactive. Micro-movement breaks mean moving your body for just 120 seconds every hour. Shoulder rolls, stretching, a short walk, or even standing and shaking out your hands. Movement increases blood flow to the brain, boosts endorphins, and stimulates the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports learning, memory, and emotional regulation. Habit 5, the evening shutdown signal. Most of us go to bed with our minds still racing, scrolling, worrying, planning. Sleep scientists call this pre-sleep cognitive arousal, and it's one of the biggest barriers to deep rest. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman suggests using repeated sensory cues to train the brain to relax at night, the same way you can train it to focus in the morning. Your shutdown signal can be dim the lights, play the same calm playlist, make herbal tea, read 2 pages of a non-stimulating book. Over time, your brain associates these actions with rest. This is classical conditioning applied to mental health, and research in sleep medicine reviews shows it significantly improves sleep onset and quality. You don't need an hour-long routine or a major life change to transform your mental state. These 5 habits take less than 10 minutes combined, but they work because they target how your brain and body respond to daily stress. Then the 90-second breath reset calms your nervous system. The Gratitude Snapshot rewires your brain for optimism. Name it to tame, it gives you emotional clarity. Micro-movement breaks boost mood and mental energy. The evening shutdown signal trains your body for rest. Small habits don't just change your day. Over time, they change your life. Start with one today, and in a few weeks, you'll notice the difference. Samuel Johnson said, "The chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken." If this video gave you even one idea you can use today, don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who could use a mental reset. And if you want more research-backed tools for emotional healing, resilience, and mental strength, subscribe to Mindcrafters and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video.